What I've always wanted to do, because of my childhood and past, I guess, is be able to help children realize the good in them. I've always wanted somehow to enrich children's lives and find a way for them to grow up and what I want to say is fulfill the destiny that God had planned for them. So that's what I want to do with the foundation, with my life. That's what I want to make people understand. But the glory in life is within themselves. We want to throw that rock in the water now and watch it ripple and ripple and ripple. Because I think there'll be a lot of other people, I think and I hope, join me in inspiring people to find themselves.
Here, in our nation's heartland, many of us raise our children in wholesome, loving homes, filled with blessings. But in the shadows of our affluent community, there are children who don't enjoy these blessings.
About 16,000 reports are made of child abuse and neglect in our state each year. In Johnson County, we average about 25 children coming into care a month. We often think of surrounding counties being more in need and that we're exempt from that, and we aren't.
Tonight, together, we can help bring blessings to these children in need.
A lot of children coming from broken homes or foster parents or parents that neglected them. I understand that the way I grew up.
Darol Rodrock does understand. Born 70 years ago in the small Kansas town of Bush City, Daryl's childhood was more thorns than roses.
When I was 7 years old, the state of Kansas took us away from my mother, and then we were sent to Winfield, Kansas, to an orphanage in Winfield, Kansas. I think I grew up with a sense of not belonging to anybody or anything.
It was a simple gesture from Miss Pint, a teacher at the Lutheran school in Winfield, Kansas, that changed Daryl's heart.
Miss Pint, a special lady in my life, put her arm around me, made me feel very important every day, and took a special liking to me. She spent a lot of time nurturing that little boy inside.
He was in different foster homes. Many of them were not very good, and he finally was got into a good foster home, became a very successful football player, got a scholarship to KU, and became a teacher. He knows that he can and he will succeed. As a child, he didn't know a lot of love, and so the thing that was so important to him and why he contacted me 58 years after I saw him last was the fact that I had taught him about the love of Jesus and how important that is in our life and everyone's life. And he is not ashamed to admit this to anybody, and tells me, that he relies on what Jesus tells him in his word every day.
As a teen, another teacher named LaVon Robinson took Daryl in. She and her husband Ray would teach Daryl life-changing lessons.
I had a foster dad named Ray. I came to live with him when I was almost 13. They never did have children, so I was a great gift to them, and they a great gift to me. And Ray was 5'9", 180, had a 9th grade education, and he always chuckled or hummed. He was always a happy little guy. And one day, and I was kind of a belligerent 15, 16-year-old kid, even as I was growing up. We drove along the truck one time, and Ray started humming, and I was kind of my little sour mood, and I reached, I said, "What's on your, what are you so happy about?" And he reached over and touched my shoulder, and he said, "Just because you're here with me today makes me happy." I never forgot that. And for a child to feel that important, it's a big deal.
This explains why, as a developer, Daryl has made it his mission to build communities that bring neighbors together, places that focus on family, places that feel like small towns. And while he worked hard for his accomplishments, Daryl still sees his success as a blessing.
I know that I have been given a gift. I have been given a gift. When you have a gift, you give it away. You share it with other people. So that's what I want to do with the foundation, with my life. I want to make people believe in themselves because the kingdom of God's there.
The success stories all begin the same, with a nurturing adult who took the time to lift up a child.
That was the turning point.
What a blessing it was for me.
It just changed my life.
Phil Rapp rides cutting horses. In fact, he's a world champion and he's adopted.
I was so lucky that my natural mother decided to put me up for adoption. She was unselfish and was going to let me live with some other people that at the time could take a better care of me. And so God put me in touch with my mother and father that I know as my mother and father, Nancy and Jerry Rapp. And that was in September 1969.
While Phil was instrumental in Daryl's success with cutting horses, the two connected on a much deeper level.
The importance of someone saying that just because you're here,
right,
I'm happy. And that's important. Your folks made you feel that way, didn't they?
Oh, they did.
And Ray made me feel, first time I heard anybody tell me that they were glad I was just there.
Isn't that amazing? That's a
miracle. And I never forgot that moment, how foster parents or adoptive parents have got to make children feel where your parents made you feel.
Well, that's right.
And Ray and LaVon made me feel that way.
Oh, and it gives you such a better sense of your life, and it makes you just kind of walk around with a skip in your feet because you realize somebody loves me.
Isn't that neat?
Now a husband and a father, Phil, like Daryl, knows the impact a good foster family can have on a child.
Well, it makes all the difference in the world. You know, I mean, for children to understand that they're loved, I don't know if I really understood it until I had my children.
I decided that I couldn't do it anymore.
Michelle Frevette left her troubled childhood home as a young teenager.
They took me to this intake center for teenagers, and it was horrible.
But one caseworker was able to penetrate the hurt.
Columbus would come, he would see me, I think it was once a week, and we'd have like an hour or so, and we'd just talk about everything that was going on. And he was really that one person for me that made me feel comforted in the system.
Michelle is now studying psychology at the University of Kansas and plans to devote her life to helping troubled youth, like those who helped her.
I was really fortunate because a lot of kids in the foster care system have one family 1 month and another family the next month, and it's not a good situation. But for me, I had two people that dedicated themselves to doing everything they could to make my life better.
Oh, I need it. That is terrible. You don't want that.
When Rhonda Meyer started mentoring a young boy named Josh,
It only takes one person to really notice them and to say, you are one of the greatest people I've ever met. You already have two of the jobs.
she had no idea how it would change her life.
The friendship that I have with my little guy, who's 6 foot tall now, he's taught me the true meaning of friendship.
What?
I've just built such a relationship with my little guy's adoptive family that they are the most important people. They're part of my family, and they allowed me into their lives.
Rhonda's gift of time and encouragement are paying dividends. Josh now has a wonderful adoptive family.
His future is very bright because of the family who took him in and the commitment that they have to him and the love that they show him. They have just shown him a life that the two of us had dreamed of when he lived in a facility.
One of the things I've always believed is, and I've always used as a driving force to me, is a little simple 4 little words, is I can and I will.
Daryl is a dynamic personality.
My goodness, he's one of the most motivated men I know.
Well, he's tenacious, bombastic.
That's why I am happy and excited to support this foundation, because I know that Daryl will see it through and that the foundation will have a lot of success.
His personality is contagious. When you leave Darol Rodrock, you leave with enthusiasm, vision, hope, and that's a wonderful blessing for him to be able to share that with people.
The hope that he's going to be spreading with people and the joy and just people seeing where he came from to where he's at today, it's going to be huge. This is going to be such a dynamic thing, and it's an honor to be part of it.
Someone says, are you proud of the fact that you drive up and down their street, you see your name on all those communities? Your legacy is the largest developer in Johnson County. And I have no sense of legacy. I don't know about my legacy as a foundation. I just know that if I can lift one soul up to see the value in him, that's enough legacy for me.
I think the reason Daryl will make this happen more than another person might is his background. He's been through what he's trying to help with now, and very few of us have done that. Daryl is a unique individual in that regard, and when you've had experience in it, you've experienced that in your own life, the heartache you feel, the loneliness. It means an awful lot the rest of your life when you see people in that same circumstance, and when you have the ability to help or can arrange for others to help in your vision, you get an awful lot accomplished.
I hope we understand that we all have a role to play in making the difference in the lives of others. And I hope it's a positive role and a lasting role and a smart role. And Daryl is offering that opportunity through the foundation. So I hope everybody takes advantage of that opportunity and participates and gives what they can give.
It's easy to do good for the people close to you, but what about the people that you don't see every day? People that are not in your social circle, people that are much less fortunate, or people that, I'm not a person that believes in a handout and keeping people dependent, but a hand up and some hope and showing some true love and compassion can bring somebody totally out of the darkness.
When I had one little boy tell me, he said, everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. Even us. Like he was talking about the kids in the facility, everybody needs somebody, even us. And it hit my heart. I was like, he's right.
I think Daryl is really going to be a lightning rod in our community to raise the awareness of what's going on with these children. And I think it will ripple from there. And I, for one, am so glad he's having this 70th birthday, and I'm so happy that we're able to help his birthday wish come true and kick this foundation off. And I hope that he has the time of his life, because everyone that's here tonight really is here because of his wish.
Your birthday wish for helping people and starting this foundation is definitely coming true.
My birthday wish for Daryl, good health, a long life, and happiness.
I wish you all the best, and I know and that I can and I will do everything that I can help to make this foundation a success for you.
Happy birthday, Daryl. I love you very much, and I thank God for you being in my life.
Happy birthday, Daryl. Many more, partner, and I hope I'm here to enjoy many more with you. Love you.
It is Daryl's hope that the ripple effect of what we are about to do together will forever change the lives of those who need us most, our children.
We want to throw that rock in the water now and watch it ripple and ripple and ripple.